Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Armenian Church interview series. Today I'm here with Ani Sarkhanyan. At first, introduce us to yourself.
My name is Ani Sadkhanyan. I'm 23 years old. I'm Lebanese Armenian. I work as a head administrator and a teacher.
You know, every year during the Christmas Divine Liturgy, His Holiness Aram I, Catholicos of the Holy See of Cilicia, gives every new year a certain name. And this year he proclaimed it to be the year of the diaspora. Now these namings don't happen by a chance, but they withhold a certain message and a solicitation. And this year's was a call from our brothers and sisters who live abroad to help the Lebanese Armenian in these difficult times of economic crisis. And the second one was a call for action in face of globalization, especially nowadays more than ever. And that's what we're here for. Now we are talking about culture and the church as a whole, and as I know you are a member in three different choirs. One, it used to be Hamaskain's Kusan Chamber Choir. The second one is the Catholicos Saints Shonorhali Choir, and finally, last but not least, it's the church that you attend, Saint Mary Choir. And as I know, you don't get paid in any of these. And you have to put up with some strict schedules for the rehearsals if you have a performance to give or a divine liturgy that's coming this Sunday or a big event. And besides that, you have your packed and crowded, crazy work schedules nowadays, especially than any other days. What's the catch?
Well, there's definitely no catch in all of this. As you said, I attend church. I've been a member of the choirs still till now. Other than that, I've attended Sunday school since I was like from very, I can say, yes. And I'm a teacher for a while now. There's only one thing that I can say is that in all of these places, I find spiritual well-being. What I mean by this, I can say that when I attend, let's say, the church mass, or I'm teaching the Sunday school children, I feel like this is a vocation more than an effort or a job. And I think that no effort or no time put in any of these activities can be compensated by any financial income.
Speaking of church choirs and church as a whole, a lot of people say that churches nowadays are useless, and that once upon a time they used to be a place of gathering since people had no other places to go. What do you comment?
Well, before people viewed church as a place to gather in order to resolve and discuss the matters of the town or the village. This was one reason. Another reason they gathered more often than they do now is because the occupations that they had were much less than what we do now. Nowadays we have a lot of distractions. Now, that's not the whole picture, I say, because the word church is defined as a group, a community, not just like the four walls and the architecture. Church is composed of the members, the people that are inside. So I think admitting that or stating that the church is useless would be just an irresponsible way of saying you are not being part of this community.
In regards to this, people also say that the church is obsolete. It's outdated, it's old-fashioned, and it is so irrelevant to our days. And that's why the reason, as they say, they don't attend church. Why do you go to the church?
Well, I agree that our church is traditional. It dates back to 300 years after Christ. But I don't agree that our church is old. Although our church has kept its originality, but it has also kept up with the changes and adjusted with the modern ways of life. I can explain this by saying that the Armenian church has many different departments. It has departments to reach people of different backgrounds, different ages, to give them moral, financial support of different sorts. A merit to this would be the youth gatherings, whether from the seminars that are taking place or even the social gatherings where the youth get to meet one another, get introduced, and they build a community together. Or whether through the Sunday schools, where children get the proper introduction to the culture, knowledge about religion, and all sorts of this matter.
So as I'm taking it from you that you still go to the church, because despite the Armenian church being an old church, one of the oldest actually, has kept its pace with the change, and a merit to that, as you said, are the different departments regarding the youth, the elderly, the seminars, the gatherings, and all.
Exactly.
As I know, you're also a Sunday school teacher, where you teach kids below age 13 the Bible, introduce them to the church, teach them prayers and psalms and things. And nowadays, children are considered to be more into tech stuff, computers, technology, and science, more than anything. How do you do it? How do you make Sunday school, let's say, more attractive to this generation?
Well, I admit that the challenges of the modern world are much more now than they were before, especially when it comes to children. What we do is use these, as you said, distractive methods like the technology and everything that children are interested in. We use them in our Sunday school classes. We use live interactive stories, we use different videos, songs. We even did some Zoom meetings during the pandemic, yes, to keep up with the children and to see like how their daily life is. So all of these helped to attract these children, and this way we managed to use the modern technologies and implement them in the teachings of the Sunday school to keep these children, like true to their roots.
On the Feast of Assumption, His Holiness Aram I, in his sermon, he emphasized on the importance of the youth and their vital role in preserving our heritage, especially the face of globalization. What can the youth do?
The youth here can be part of all the activities that are happening in the community, in the church, whether it's a social gathering or a religious gathering. They can participate in the seminars, they can participate in the groups special for their ages. This is one way. Another way is to discuss and be engaged in all the matters that concerns the community. I think that discussing all these matters and trying to find solutions together with the leaders is what would make everyone feel like they're heard and receive the demands that they have in hand.
And that's what we're trying to do through our series, and hopefully that eventually all our youth's saying will be heard and tackled. These were the questions that we had prepared for this interview. Once again, I thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And as a last request, what will be the message that you would like to send it to the youth from a youth yourself? What do you have to say to them?
Well, a message that I'd like to send out to the youth is the following. The youth of today are the generation of tomorrow. So I would like to say that I want all of you to be proud of who you are, because who you are is composed of your ethnicity, your nationality, your background, your religion. And looking back to ours, we have a profound and a very wealthy heritage that we should all be proud of.
This was all for today, and I would like to ask every one of you to write the question that you would like us to ask in our coming interview in the comment section below, and stay tuned for the next episode. Good day.